Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is definitely a super exciting one. Not only am I going to be updating you guys on weeks 13 through 17, but if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm going to tell you guys what Harris and I are having. I'm going to tell you guys the gender of our twins, and I am so beyond excited to finally have this just be out there so I can refer to them, to what they are. And yeah, I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited as well to find out what Harris and I are having and to hear a few little updates on me and the twins. Before we get into the video, I just want to give you guys a huge thank you for helping me surpass my milestone of 1,000 subscribers. I'm so beyond grateful and excited that there are over 1,000 of you who want to follow along on this journey, on my life, and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much. I cannot say it enough, and I don't think I can show you guys how grateful and excited and thankful I am for all of you who have subscribed. So thank you if you have subscribed already. If you have not and you guys want to follow along on my twin pregnancy journey and on my life in general, head on down there and subscribe. If you guys enjoyed this update / gender reveal video, I know I'm not doing anything super exciting to reveal the gender other than tell you guys, but if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And I guess with that being said, let's get into the video. So I don't really have too much written down. Of course, I have all my notes from the past few weeks written down in my blue journal. I don't have too much written down for each week. Some weeks I only made like one little note, so hopefully I can fly through all of this, but I am going to be going over my 16-week appointment. I did vlog that appointment, so if you guys have not seen that video and you guys want to see it, I will link it up here, but I will re-go over that. And then of course at the end I will give you guys overall updates, I will reveal the gender, and I will show you guys my belly. So I guess we should get started with week 13. So for week 13 I only have one thing written down, and this was really when I started having to wake up multiple times a night to pee. I'm basically at, I think, like 2 times a night. I go right before I go to sleep, probably around 1, sometimes around 3, 4-ish, and then right when I wake up in the morning. So I'm at about 2 times a night, plus right before I go to bed and right when I wake up. That's like a basic night for me. This started around week 13. It was only like 1 time a night, but now it has progressed on just because as my uterus keeps growing, my bladder keeps getting squished. So I am waking up pretty frequently in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. So this all started around week 13. And then for week 14, if you guys remember, I uploaded a vlog about a month ago at this point where I talked about having to get my wisdom tooth removed. Well, this was during my 14th week. I woke up one morning with a fever. Didn't really feel sick. I just had a fever. I called my OB, they told me to take some Tylenol, and if it didn't go away, to go to the doctor. So the Tylenol would bring my fever down, but it definitely wouldn't take my fever away. And by the second day of having a fever, I decided to go to the doctor. I didn't feel sick at all. My glands weren't swollen, my throat didn't hurt, I didn't have a cough, I just had a fever. So I still went to an urgent care. Of course, everything came up negative. They tested me for like a UTI and for strep and all that kind of stuff, and of course, I didn't have any of that. So at that point, I kind of was suspecting that it was my wisdom tooth. My tooth had been hurting for a few days at that point, and I just was like, maybe it's really irritated and it's giving me a fever. Maybe I should go to the dentist. So I did get an appointment with an oral surgeon, and I wound up going to the dentist. And of course, when I was there, they told me, yeah, you need to get your wisdom tooth removed. So of course, since I was pregnant, I could not get put under or anything like that. They could only give me Novocaine to just numb the area. And I got my one tooth, the one on the bottom in the back here, removed. It healed in about a week. My fever was gone like that day. Fever gone when they took the tooth out. So I was right. What I suspected was my wisdom tooth, and it had to get removed. So that's what happened during week 14. And then I also have one more thing written down for week 14. Also, out of breath. This is the thing that's been happening lately. I get so out of breath so easily. But anyway, week 14 is when I think my linea nigra started to show. And I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. It's basically the dark line that forms down the center of your belly. Mine goes from my belly button down. It's not so much above my belly button, but it goes from like my belly button down. And this is also the time when my nipples started to get darker, because it is the same hormone that forms the linea nigra also causes your nipples to get darker. So that's why I think it's my linea nigra. I have a pretty hairy stomach. It's blonde, so you can't really see, but it always has kind of caused like a line down my stomach, like where the hair meets. So I was never like sure if it was actually my linea nigra or just my hair, but I suspect that it's my linea nigra just because my nipples did start to get dark, and they have gone a little bit darker since week 14. I am now 18 weeks and 1 day. So maybe you guys will be able to tell in the belly shot, but my linea nigra did begin to form around 14 weeks. And then week 15, I only have one thing written down, and it's that I think I possibly may have felt some flutters. I remember this very, very, very vividly. I was laying in bed and I was actually like shaking my leg, like watching TV, just like shaking my leg. And I felt a little something, so I stopped moving and I laid very still, and I like held my breath, and I sat there for a second and I felt it again. So I texted Harrison, was like, I think I might have felt something. And I also texted my mom, and everyone who I've told this to has said, like, if you think you felt something, you probably did. So I know 15 weeks is extremely early, but it's not uncommon to feel movement much earlier with a multiples pregnancy. So I do think it's quite possible that 15 weeks I did feel something. Since then I have felt it more. So I think around week 15 is when I felt my first few flutters. And then week 16 is when I had my 16-week prenatal appointment, which is when I found out what I was having. And like I said, I did vlog that, so I will link that up here for you guys. But before I get into going over quickly what went on during that appointment, week 16 is also when I really felt that my belly actually popped out. I am doing a belly progression video, but of course you guys are not going to see that until the end of my pregnancy because I need to get the whole progression. But I take clips every 2 weeks, so when I was like comparing my week 14 clip from my week 16 clip, I really feel like there's a big difference in my belly. So I think around week 16 is when it really began to pop. And for me, my belly is not so much full up like in my diaphragm area underneath my boobs. I feel like my belly is pretty full in like the true belly area, like around my belly button. I think I have a very full, round, kind of low belly. And since my belly really began to pop, my belly button has really began to pop out as well. And I have such an ugly outie belly button, and I got my belly button pierced when I was like 16 maybe. So when I got it pierced, the belly button ring, like the jewelry, had really kind of like pushed it back in and hid it, so you couldn't really tell that I had like an ugly outie belly button. But of course I've taken my belly button ring out and my belly button has begun to like pop out, so you can really see how ugly my outie belly button is, which is fine. It's okay. Like, I knew my belly button was gonna pop out because I do already kind of have like an outie belly button, so that has really begun to pop out. And I did show that in that vlog I'm talking about when I vlogged my 16-week appointment, and I'll also show you guys what my belly looks like now. But towards the end of the night, my belly button really sticks out a lot, and it's kind of funny looking. Like I said, I had my 16-week appointment, and I went to this appointment alone just because I really thought it was going to be a really simple, like, routine appointment, that they were just going to check me, and they told me they were just going to listen to their heart rates, and that they weren't, like, I wasn't going to get an ultrasound. So I really didn't think I was going to get an ultrasound this day. So I went in, they took some urine, they drew some blood, they measured my uterus, which it's measuring big, and a head, which is normal with like a multiples pregnancy, of course, because I have 2 little babies in there. So that is fine. Everything with me has been really well. My blood pressure is good. All the blood work they've done has come back good. I'm feeling really good. So everything with me has been good. So then they went on to go and like try and find their heartbeats and measure their heart rates, and it's just really hard. They didn't know where they were laying or how they were positioned, and they really didn't know if they were measuring the same twins' heart rate twice. They were very close, so they thought they may have been measuring the same twins' heart rate twice. So my doctor was like, let's just go ahead and get you an ultrasound. It's fine. We can see how they're positioned. And also, because you do not know what you're having yet, if you want, we can take a look. I did have the blood work done where they look at the chromosomes, and I think I've explained this before, but it's only conclusive if it all comes out as X's, which means you're having 2 girls. So my blood work came back inconclusive. So what you guys don't know is that I knew that one or both could possibly be boys. So I of course wanted to get all that confirmed. So we just started off with normal measurements. Twin A is measuring, or was measuring, 17 weeks and 5 days, and when I was at my doctor's appointment I was 16 weeks and 5 days. So twin A is measuring a full week ahead, and twin B was measuring 17 weeks and 2 days. So they both are measuring ahead, and they're both measuring pretty on track with one another. They're only 3 days apart. They're head measurements and body measurements. They're very, very close on, so that is good. I wanted to make sure that they were measuring about the same, so they're getting the same nutrition and measuring what they're supposed to be. I didn't want any of them to be far behind, and they're not, which is good. I want big, healthy, plump babies. So then after that, that is when the sonotech began to look to see what they were, which I'm not going to tell you guys yet. You have to wait till the end of the video. I want to go over week 17 really quick. But that is basically the gist of my 16-week appointment, and everything looks great with them. I have a 20-week appointment and also my 20-week anatomy scan scheduled in October, so I'm super excited for that. So for 17 weeks, I have written down that my skin has started to get so itchy, and like I said, I think around 16 weeks, that's when my belly really began to pop, so I just think the skin is stretching, and so around my belly button it gets super, super itchy, and kind of low down it gets super, super itchy. So I just think my belly is growing, the skin is stretching, but I have been really trying to hydrate my skin. What I've been using is this Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Tummy Butter for stretch marks. I started using this around, I think 13 weeks to just kind of prepare my stomach for when it popped, and kind of prepare my skin for the stretching. So I have been using this for about 5 weeks now, and it's really thick and it's really nice, and I really lather my stomach up in it. I use this every single time I get out of the shower, and then sometimes before bed if I can remember, or if I feel that itchiness, I will put this on. But I really want a very thin, quick absorbing oil to use on a daily basis. I know someone in the comments, I think it was called Biotherm, they recommended that. But if you guys have any other thin, very absorbent, quick absorbing oils, leave those down below so I can check some of them out and pick those up. But yeah, 17 weeks, my skin is stretching, my skin is itchy. I've really been trying to just hydrate it up. I've always been an avid lotioner. When I get out of the shower, I always lather my skin up in lotion, so it's kind of force of habit to do it. So I have been doing it, but I still feel sometimes my skin gets so dry and itchy. So if you guys, like I said, have any good recommendations for lightweight oils, definitely leave those down below for me. And then also for 17 weeks, I noted I've just really been feeling uncomfortable towards the end of the night when my stomach is full, I've eaten my dinner and everything like that, and Harrison and I go to lay in bed and watch TV. It is so hard for me to get in a very comfortable position. I still don't have a problem with sleeping, I'm able to get into a comfortable position and fall asleep, but for some reason sitting in bed towards the end of the night is so uncomfortable. I feel I can't lay flat on my back, because that has started to kind of bother me, even though I still lay on my back sometimes, which I've read mixed things on, if you should or shouldn't lay on your back, but sometimes that gets uncomfortable. Sitting up sometimes gets uncomfortable. Certain ways, if I move and go to lay on my side, it gets uncomfortable. And I know from here on out that uncomfortability is only going to get worse as my belly continues to get bigger. But 17 weeks is when I really noticed that there's more of an uncomfortability, and since then I've still been having it. Like I said, I'm 18 weeks and 1 day now. So it's basically everything that I have written down for 17 weeks. And then overall, I haven't really had any new cravings. I guess you could say I still crave salty things, but I haven't had any like new crazy cravings. I've also gained 15 pounds overall, which I think I mentioned in that vlog, but I gained 15 pounds overall. My start weight was 122 pounds, and when I was at the doctor, I was 137 pounds. So overall, 15 pounds. And I guess this is the time that I tell you guys what Harris and I are having. So I'm going to start by telling you guys what my prediction was. My foot is also asleep, and I feel like I say that in every video. My feet always fall asleep when I'm filming. So for years now, I've always said to my friends, like, I see myself being a mom of boys. However, when I got pregnant, I had a feeling that I was either having two girls, or once I found out that they were in separate sacs with separate placentas and there's a possibility that they're fraternal, I said that it's either going to be two girls or a boy and a girl. So we went in, and like I said, I knew at that point that one or both were going to be boys because of how the blood test came up. So I went in, the sonotech knew right away that baby B was a boy. She could tell right away, she could see his bladder, she looked down from there and she could tell right away that it was a boy. Baby A was giving us so much trouble. I had to get up and then get back down. I had to go to the bathroom and I had to come back. I had to like move in all these positions to try and get baby A to like turn around. So finally, all of a sudden, baby A spun around and opened its legs, and that is when I saw what Harris and I are having. So, drum roll please. Harris and I are having two boys. Two little boys, which is crazy. It has come full circle from me saying I always see myself being a mom of boys, to thinking I was having two girls, to me actually having two little boys. And I think only one of you guys guessed it on that 16-week vlog. I said to like leave your guesses in the comments below, and a lot of you guys said boy girl or two girls, but I'm pretty sure only one of you guys said two boys. So if it was you, you got it right. I am having two little boys, which is so insane. Harris and I are beyond excited. We were going to be so excited with whatever we were having. We just want healthy babies, but we are so excited. Our house is going to be so crazy. We can only imagine the recklessness, the messes, the fun, the craziness that's going to be having twin boys. So we're both super excited, and I'm so happy that it's like finally out. A whole bunch of my family knows already and like my really close friends, but I am so excited that it's just out there now and I can say the boys. I can refer to them as the boys, and I am so beyond excited. So I hope you guys are excited to finally find out that we're having two little boys. It's crazy. I wish I had the pictures to show you guys like the proof, but she never printed out the pictures where we found out what it was. I am going to get this confirmed at my 20-week anatomy scan just to be sure, because that's when I thought I was going to be finding out what they were. So I will be having this confirmed at my 20-week appointment just to be sure. But what we think, or what we know as of now, and I'm pretty sure because I saw it with my own two eyes, is that we are having two little boys. Alright guys, so that is it for this little update video, gender reveal. Like I said, I hope you guys are super excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little update on me and on the little ones. I know it wasn't too much, and I know all you guys were probably here just to find out what Harris and I are having, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers, and I can only wait to see how many more of you want to follow along on this journey. If you guys have any video recommendations, leave them down below. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.